Hey, how are you? It's been a long time since we last saw each other. How's your lockdown going?
So, we do as we can. So, taking lessons in the day and studying the evening.
Yeah,
It's not really entertaining, very exhausting.
I understand you. It's a bit the same for me. I'm starting to really get bored of seeing no one, or at least a lot less people than before.
Mm.
But I'm not too worried about this because it's winter. It's my favorite time of the year, so I'm enjoying a little more.
Wait, wait. So, you're telling me you prefer winter to spring or even summer? Did you hit your head somehow?
Well, yeah, I love winter. Why are you surprised? Is it a problem?
So, basically, I will give you a little list of all the horrible things of winter. So,
Okay.
first, it's really cold, and when you're sensitive to it, it's the worst thing in the world. Also, we get sick very easily, and with the current epidemic, it's not really a joy. All the little money we have is spent on gift and when we have nothing left. It's hot in Trustman and we sweat really quickly. It's horrible. It's never sunny. Well, look at the weather outside and now tell me that it makes you want to go out. And all I just said are the most common things.
Yeah, but there's snow and other cool things, right? There's Christmas, the New Year to get together with the family. There's good food and especially the gifts. And since we're in lockdown, we can enjoy drinking a hot chocolate while we're chilling on Netflix with a big blanket.
Yeah, there may be positives and negatives, but the worst thing is the days that get shorter and there is never sun.
But don't feel sad about the fact that the days are getting shorter. And you should be glad that we're talking about half a minute and plus in a watch, especially in December.
You mean that the days are longer?
The days last just over 24 hours.
Yeah, I understood that well, but explain it. Like, why the days are especially longer in winter?
Well, the answer is in physics, actually. You remember your lesson about forces, right? Like gravitational constant times mass of two objects divided by square of the distance between the center of each object.
If only.
Okay, I'll summarize it for you. We have the gravitational force that sticks us on Earth, right? Because we're lighter than the Earth. And it is the same for the planets in our solar system, actually. It's about a balance between the gravity attraction, and the more a planet is bigger than another, the more it is attractive. Hence the rotation of each planet around the sun. However, we're not rotating as a circle around it, but more elliptically. So for the two edges of our ellipse rotation, the force that maintains the Earth around our sun will be different. And why? Because the gravitational force is doing its job. The further you are from your center of rotation, the less the gravitational force is dragging you. And on the opposite, if you're closer to the sun, which you are rotating around, you may be rushed on it. And boom, no more Earth. But how do you escape from this force? Thanks to another one, which is the speed. The less there's a gap, the bigger is the speed, in order to balance the gravity attraction from the sun. And as the Earth is at its further point of rotating during winter, it means that the Earth's speed is slower than in summertime. And this is why we should enjoy our time right now. It will no longer last if you keep yelling about your bad mood every day because it's this season.
But dude, I'm not a listener, I'm visual. So can you explain it with more visible thing?
Okay, I focus on the Earth and the sun. I said that.
The Earth is rotating around the sun
Yes, and because,
because the sun is grabbing his gravitational force on Earth since it is bigger than it.
right, and I'll tell you about the rotation of Earth around the sun,
Elliptical.
which means that the Earth is at one time at its closest point from the sun, and this time refers to our summer. And the other time is
Winter.
because,
The Earth is at his further point from the sun. But dude, it doesn't really explain why the daytime is spinning during winter. I mean, it is possible to see it.
Okay, then if you're more familiar with anything that can be true, maybe we'll get it easier thanks to the Kepler's law. As you didn't get my explanation from the gravitational force, just remember that. I will mean it because you're not able to understand anything from my mouth. So here is the sun, okay? I'm the
Mhm.
sun. This is the rotation of the Earth, which is not really circular, it's elliptical like this, okay? So this is the Earth, okay, fine? So just remember that for a planet that has an elliptical rotation, its rotation speed won't be the same if it's further or closer to the sun, since the pole will be different. Okay?
Mm. But why didn't you start by telling me this?
I tried it to talk to you as a student, not as a mime. But anyway, we can conclude that the period of time, so we're having during winter is more linked by the rotation that we have with the sun, which is elliptical, not circular. And I believe that you don't remember who concluded that elliptical thing.
It's a Kepler.
So
And thanks to his three laws, we've been able to deduce the particularity of his gravitation system.
why didn't you tell me that you remember Kepler's law when I told you about rotation?
Just because I'm a human, I can sometimes forget some facts. Thank you for being rude, but since you talked about him, I have a few memories about his second law, which was annoying to learn.
Yes, the fact that you mentioned the second law leads us to the point of our conversation.
So Kepler's second law says that a planet moves in its ellipse, so that the line between it and the sun placed a focus sweeps out equal areas in equal times. For a time given, the planet that rotates around its sun will always sweep the same area in its orbit.
Good job, Einstein. It feels like you're not too ignorant about your physics lessons.
Thanks. But now think that I may see your point. So if a planet is closer to the sun, it
Hmm.
means that it has to rotate faster to sweep the same areas it can if it was further. Otherwise, that areas won't be the same.
Exactly.
Now we are talking. So it's like we're spending our
Woo!
hour of time. So I understand more your thing thanks to
Yeah.
his explanations than the other one.
Well, it is important to know where the Kepler's law are from because we must know that each element that exists as a force that needs to be balanced with another one in order to confirm Newton's laws. So, for example, in our scale, if there's like a big storm and you're just stuck in this big storm, in order to not be taken by the strong winds from it, you need to resist it. And it's the same thing for the Earth and the Sun. And the more about that is since the Sun is rotating in itself, the time that it takes to do a total rotation, sorry, is extending our daytime from few microseconds. So that is a big thing in the balance and with the benefits. So I hope I convinced you like to like winter before I told you that.